Okay, welcome to Friday's meditation. It is, and we're going to do today's meditation on how do we let go of the old stories, right? The last two, this week's meditations were a heart meditation and authenticity. And today was going to be about boldly stepping into your authenticity. But how do we do that when we don't know who we are authentically because of all the masks that we have put on throughout our lives, right? So, yes, so it's going to be a good one today. So please go ahead and let's go ahead and shut our eyes down, get into a nice, comfortable position, seated or lying down. But I do suggest if you're in this time zone with me at 6 a.m., sit down, close your eyes, and begin to connect with your breath, opening up that tunnel of energy, your chi. With each inhale, feel yourself pulling in that fresh energy of the day. With each exhale, releasing all the things that do not serve you, feeling your body relax, getting into this space. Release that tension. Your breath becomes your anchor, your rhythm. Really feel those roots anchoring you into Mother Earth through your feet, through that light, that column of light extending from the base of your spine all the way down through to her core. Exhale, letting go of the weight of what you've been carrying around with you. Now bring your mind to the stories that you tell yourself. The stories that loop in your head like old records. Maybe they whisper to you, I'm not enough, or I always mess up, or I'll never be loved the way that I want. Notice them, acknowledge them. Don't push them away. These are not our enemies. These are simply old voices echoing from the past. They've gotten stuck in that little echo chamber in your head. Imagine yourself now holding a heavy book. This book contains all of these old stories. The pages are filled with words you once believed about yourself. Feel how heavy this book is. Notice the weight of it in your hands. Feel how tired your arms are from carrying this book around for so long. Mm. Now see yourself standing at the edge of a flowing river. The water is clear, steady, alive. Listen to it. Place this heavy book of old stories into the water and watch as the current begins to pull it away. Gently at first, then further and further downstream. The book drifts away, page by page, dissolving into the light. Breathe deeply and inhale freedom. Exhale, release. Say here and quietly into your mind, I am not my old stories. I am free to create new ones. I am allowed to release the past. I choose to tell new stories that empower me. I honor who I am becoming. I am not bound by who I used to be. My worth is constant, unshaken, and undeniable. Every ending creates space for a new beginning. I choose to root myself in truth, not in fear. I release comparison and trust my unique path. I allow myself to evolve without guilt or hesitation. My voice carries the power of my new story. I embrace change as a sign of my growth. I no longer carry labels that limit me. I open my heart to possibility and expansion. I honor the lessons of the past, but do not live there. Freedom is my birthright, and I claim it fully. Happiness is my birthright, and I claim it fully. Rest here in the feeling of renewal. Feel gratitude for the courage it takes to let go. Feel pride in choosing yourself right here and right now. the dedication that you have put in to show up to these meditations, the work that you're putting in to shift your mindset into higher frequencies, the energy that you are putting forth for yourself and for others, raising the consciousness of this whole planet. Let us join hands now and encircle Mother Earth, looking down at her with love, gratitude. Let's extend all of this frequency and energy that we have created, shining it back down to her, to everyone who is on this planet right now with us. Hope, resilience, strength, truth, guidance, health, happiness, abundance. Now look down. As you're looking down, there's an animal running alongside Earth. What animal do you see? Now let's go ahead and slowly bring our awareness back, thanking Mother Earth. Let's do a little bow to her, honoring her today. Bringing our awareness back to our fingertips and our toes. You can open your eyes when you are ready. So much to say about this meditation. And go ahead and put, do you see, what animal did you see? So here's the thing. If you see the animal that I sent you, that is telepathy. Don't get it twisted though, that what animal you do see is intuition. Perfect. Because what animal, number, light, color, when we're doing these intuition tests that you do see, is exactly what you are supposed to be shown. So there's that, right? Um, if you get the animal that I was sending, sorry, somebody just came up in the in my head. So I was like, I gotta send this person a message. Um, that's telepathy. You're getting what I'm telepathically sending you, right? Before you started, you saw owl's face, but when you asked, I saw a young deer, a sloth. Oh my God, Melinda is fucking hilarious. She's like, just kidding. A rabbit. Okay, so a panther, a deer, and a bear. Wow, Maria, did you like that meditation? Is that what that wow was for? A red fox, a panther. Somebody else saw a red fox. You figured you would see your horse. Okay, yeah. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Christina saw a fox and a tiger. So a fox is used to being hunted, right? So they got to move quickly. If you saw a fox, there's an opportunity that's going to be coming for you. And it's going to come soon. And when that opportunity comes, you better believe in yourself. You better step into your power because this opportunity was meant for you. And instead of doing what a fox usually does and says, oh shit, they're trying to get me from my hair, my skin, my beautiful orange color. I got to run. I got to dip. I got to bounce. They move quickly. They move quickly and confidently. So if you saw a fox or a red fox, right, an opportunity is coming and don't you forget it. Don't doubt yourself, right? A rabbit is abundance. A rabbit is abundance. Karina is coming in. Karina, were you here and you just stepped in and it was running fast? Yup. Yup, yup, yup. It was a horse. I was telepathically sending horse. And so you believe me, horse. It was written down. But that doesn't mean anything. That's why I said intuitively what you saw, a panther. Ooh, a black panther, very strong. Bear, very strong. But a bear also, Rebecca, taking care of yourself, hibernating. I love to hibernate in the wintertime. My godson just messaged me and said he's coming to Pittsburgh for a U University of Pittsburgh and Miami game, and it's November 29th. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go with you. And then I was like, no, what the fuck am I talking about? It's gonna be the end of November. I don't want to fucking pay someone so I could sit outside. Absolutely not. I fucking hate the cold weather. So that's me. Wintertime comes, my ass is motherfucking hibernating. And then he was like, oh, how long have you lived in Pittsburgh? You've been there forever. And I was like, yeah, and I stay inside in the wintertime. Duh. So, wait, I want to go back to this meditation because I have, so this is what I said, right? I do not, I do not um allow myself to get sick. I purposely, intentionally, So this elbow, this arm has been feeling off, right? And I've been sitting here and try and I'm like, okay, what I can tell you every time I feel something, what is going on energetically. I have not been able to figure this out. I have hit this elbow when I tell you multiple times. I'm like, oh, you're just being mean at this point because it feels sore, right? Just this arm, my masculine side, like what's happening, what's happening, and I haven't been able to figure it out. And I've been hitting this out. And it's like so adding insult to injury, right? Boom, boom. I mean, it's crazy. Like I don't. It's like running into things. I've really gotten good at not doing that anymore because I'm a little clumsy. Um, but to now go into this space where I'm hitting the same elbow over and over and over, not this one, not my knee, not hitting the same fucking elbow in this arm, right? I'm like, what is happening? When we were sitting there in the meditation, and this is why meditation is important, and this is why connecting to your guides is important, and this is why I say I encourage people to do this because you're going to see what you need to see. And that's why I said, just whatever animal you saw, you are intuitively listening to your guides. So, whatever animal you saw, go research it. Go look and ask, what does a rabbit mean spiritually? What does a fox mean spiritually? What does a red fox mean spiritually? What does a bear mean spiritually? What does a deer mean spiritually? What does a horse mean spiritually? Start investigating. When you start investigating and learning, they say read books, freedom. And here's the thing too, just because something is written down doesn't mean that it's truth either. That it's the author's truth, which is also not the same as your truth. So you take what resonates, that frequency. I like it. I like the way that note. I like the way that note sounds. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, whatever they're saying, that frequency, it's not, I don't like it. I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like it. I don't think that's for me. That's also how you find your authenticity, right? Your only problem is that, what, Maria? What is your only problem? Listening? So do you know what I mean? Start researching. And that's why I said, if you got the horse, that's telepathy. You got what I was sending, recognizing. Yeah. And here's how you recognize. Is it making you scared? Is it making you worried? Then that's your ego. That's not your higher self. Because I have clients ask that too. What's the difference between my higher self and my ego? And how do I know? Oh, the research. Yeah. No, and when I see 000, I know that's when I need to research more. But this elbow thing that I haven't been able to figure out, it was crazy when they were sitting there and they were like, okay, all of these old stories you've told yourself, they're in this book. Feel how heavy your arms feel. And I was like, oh shit, I've been holding the book. I let go of the book with my right hand, my left hand, but I didn't let go of the book with my right hand. I've been propping that book up like this, and that's why this arm has been feeling heavy. And that's why they've been like, "Hello," because like I said, I couldn't figure out. I've been sitting and meditating. I'm like, "What is this? What am I doing?" Ooh, just doing this, I can feel the Reiki. I love Reiki. It's like literally like making my arm feel better. Um, it's like I couldn't figure out what is this? Why am I feeling this? And I was so stuck on my old stories that I couldn't see it was the old stories. And yours was dragging a big backpack. Wow, you had multiple books. That's saying something, right? All these old stories, you got layers and layers and layers of old stories. Lots of journaling you've been doing. So when we were sitting there, they were like, it's these old stories. Oh. And then when we got to the stream, and guys, talk too, like what you saw, but we were in the stream, you threw it in the water right away and your shoulders felt better. Oh, that's intense, Maria. Because it was like the arms, but yours was like, that's why I said, ooh, those layers, that was your whole body, your shoulders, your back, your whole body that you've been holding on to that. People, I have clients like that. I have a client yesterday. I've had her, she's been a client for like about maybe 2 or 3 years. And she got a last time I read for her was about 2 years ago. And she came for a reading yesterday and she has fibromyalgia. And I know from my truth that people that have fibromyalgia and stuff, they're bringing over lots of books from former lifetimes. And it's literally like a backpack on their body, which is why they have all this pain and doctors can't figure it out. There's no medical reason for fibromyalgia. They can't figure it out. Do you have fibromyalgia, Maria? Because I would be very shocked if you didn't from what you just said. Yeah, you do. Maria does. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, you had a backpack of full of books? Fibromyalgia. Ding, ding, ding. That's why I said it's energy. Couldn't figure out what this was. And I was like, oh, old stories. And Karina, I don't know whoever came on late or for the TikTokers, Mondays and Wednesdays meditation, I had to remove off of YouTube. I will see if I can edit them. But some personal stuff that I have been going through, I spoke about it and it was the same situation and I spoke about it twice. And the person that I was speaking about, again, my intention wasn't to be mean. I was speaking my truth, but I am in a place and I'm being honest, where I feel my meanness coming out, right? So I said to so anyway, I'm not even going to talk about it because my guide said the energy about around that, surrounding that is really hurting that other person. And here's the thing, Kim, as a human being, I'm like, I don't give a fuck because I don't. But my higher self does. We don't do harm to others. I don't know what harm it's causing because it's not intentional. They're telling me that that person is going through something right now, and the energy that I'm putting out is not helping. So to remove it, okay, yes, sir, and ma'am, whatever you say. So I'm removing it because it is hurting someone, and they're telling me that it's hurting someone. So because I'm not an asshole, I removed both meditations from Monday and Wednesday, but they were really good meditations. So I'm going to try to edit them. I'll just edit out the end. Or what I'll do is we'll just redo them. Monday is going to be Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. I don't even know how to say it, so somebody else is going to be leading it, but we are going to be going live. I have a camera thing that I bought on TikTok where I can hold it here. So instead of you guys seeing me, what you're going to be looking at is my Zoom. And Melinda's going to be leading the Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. I know, I fucking learned how to say it and then I didn't. So anyway, really quickly too, I want to go back to this meditation and being authentic. There was a part in the meditation too, hold on, I want to go back to it, where it said, um, noticing them, acknowledging your thoughts, right? I'm not enough, I'm not this, and the old stories. But you have to be honest. I can't figure out, but you have to be honest with yourself, right? If you're not honest with yourself, you're never going to shift. I was the what I wanted to say was fix the problem, but there's no problems. We're going to experience everything we need to experience. But I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she literally had the nerve to say to me, I don't judge. I don't judge, Kim. She's like, I don't judge. I something. I'm, and oh, she's like, I don't judge and I'm not racist. And I was like, and she's half black, half Japanese. And I was like, you're lying to yourself. And she was like, what? I was like, you're a liar. I go, this is one of my best friends, one of like my sister from another mister. And I said to her, I was like, girl, you are racist as fuck. And you are judgy as fuck. I'm like, all you do is judge people. I go, I judge people. I know that I judge people and I know that I got to work on that. I am absolutely, oh, she is definitely beautiful. She's gorgeous. I am racist because I have preconceived notions about certain people. Now, here there's different levels of racism, right? People think, "Oh, because I don't look at someone and I don't not like them because of their color or I'm friends with everybody that they're not a racist." You know why I'm racist? Because I've had a lot of people from a certain demographic hurt me. And there are some times when walk into a certain room, I will get nervous. I will start to feel that I can't be authentic. It's crazy, and it's because of what's happened to me in the past. I feel like I have to put a mask on and act a certain way to be accepted by this certain demographic, right? So when I'm thinking like that, I am making those choices, and that programming is coming based off of skin color, which makes me a racist. Okay? I see color. My mother is Korean. My father is Mexican, even within my own family, right? And I'm being honest. Oh, I love you. Oh, Korean had to go. I have to be honest. When I was drinking, I refused to say that I did not want to say I'm an alcoholic. I was like, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm Mexican. I just like to drink. I'm not an alcoholic. Like, what are you talking about? An alcoholic loses their jobs. I haven't lost my job. I keep getting promoted, as a matter of fact. So clearly, I'm not an alcoholic. An alcoholic can't be in a relationship. I've had a boyfriend for like 8 years. Clearly, I'm not an alcoholic, right? Total denial. I judge people. I still do it. So that's what triggers are. When someone makes you angry or when someone triggers you and you choose to get angry. Let me fix that because nobody makes you angry. When you get triggered and you choose to be angry, love how authentic you are. This is why you do it. Yes, yes. And that's why I said these spiritual people, one of my mentors, she's not authentic. My old mentors, she is not authentic. And that is why her and I are no longer in each other's spaces. Um, She's not authentic. She's great at what she does. She's an amazing medium. She's an amazing Reiki practitioner. She's an amazing medical medium, as a matter of fact. Very talented, but not authentic. You know what I mean? Like that's her jam. Like, wears a lot of masks to pretend that she's something that greater than. You know what I mean? I won't. You know what scares me? I'm more scared of being inauthentic, lying to myself, lying to you guys, building a platform based on those lies, because guess what always happens? Truth always comes out. The truth will always come out. And the truth is truly what sets you free. Free from others' judgments, free from lies, free from being inauthentic. Do you know what I mean? Like the truth of who you are, being authentic, that's where freedom is. That's why they say truth is freedom. And when my friend said that, I was like, this is, and I love you to death, but if you ever want to heal, if you ever want to get out of these mindsets. I was like, you got to be honest with yourself. You are judging. Do you know what I mean? Oh, the freedom is the best. Oh, that was the other thing. When we were sitting in the meditation and they were like, what are the old stories that you tell yourself? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not this. None of those thoughts. I was like, mm-mm, no, that's not true. I can do whatever I want. My thoughts, my stories were, those people hate you. Those people are racist. Those people are evil. Though that's all this that's sitting here. Do you know what I mean? And like even here going like this, I feel like this muscle like really needs to be stretched. And like I said, I kept hitting it. I couldn't figure out what was going on energetically here. And then in that meditation, when they were like, you're holding a book and it's heavy and you're all those stories are in there, I was like, it's the book. I'm not putting. So now I'm going to redo this meditation on my own. And that's the whole point of this, too, guys. If you have the time, sit there a little longer with just yourself and your guides without my voice interfering in that connection or guiding, I should say. And you listen. What do you hear? What's being whispered to you? What do you see? Go back to the river. Go back to that book. Maria had a whole damn backpack. Maria had a whole damn backpack. It's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? But you got to be honest with yourself. And that is why when I got so triggered by this person that I had never even heard their motherfucking name until last week. And if I gotta be honest, I wish I never would have heard their fucking name because my life was fine without it. And that's the thing that I gotta remember. Before you heard this person's name, you were fine. Your triggers weren't triggering. After I heard this person's name, pow, 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 all of my old childhood triggers came back. All this stuff that I had thought I worked through, you, Maria, you want to talk about a backpack, all that shit came back. Sometimes when something is nagging at me, I know I need to sit and figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, because it all comes back to you. Why am I having this mindset? Why is this thought or old programming coming back into my space? Fuck off. I don't like those things in my space. I like peace. I like quiet. I like happiness. Yesterday I was sitting in my house and all the kids were playing outside. And I heard the girls screaming, and they were like, the boys were like up in the tree, and they were like, Liam, Jake, Rex, oh my God, come here, come here. And they're being all crazy and loud. And I was like, what are they doing there? And I couldn't hear what the girls were saying. And the boys go and run. The girls were off to the left, so I couldn't see. And then I just see the boys run to the end of the driveway and look, and they were like, oh, what a cool rainbow. What a cool rainbow. The girls were like, guys, come look at this rainbow. And the boys ran over and looked at the rainbow, and it was such a beautiful moment. And it just struck my heart. I mean, you want to talk about like an arrow of love just being pierced through my soul. It was like, these children and the children that I am raising and the children that they are surrounded by, the children that they live on the same street as, we're all in awe and in so much gratitude of this beautiful rainbow. They all were like, look at this, like, oh my God, look at, and then they had to share that beauty with the boys. And the boys ran over and weren't like, oh, it's just a rainbow, whatever. Like, you made us come over here for this. They all three of them were like, oh my God, what a cool rainbow. Cool. They acknowledged it and then ran back to the trucks and the cars that they were playing. They were building these ramps for their Hot Wheels. But it was just such a beautiful moment. Like they were doing what they wanted to do, and they were doing, the feminine was doing what they wanted to do, and the masculine energy was doing what they wanted to do. And then the way that they just came together to acknowledge something so beautiful. And I was like, what if the world could just, what if they all could just be like that? You know? Because that's why they said love is the answer, you know? And oh, Jill, love you. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. And that's what I have to remember. And I am not, and being honest too, I haven't been in a very loving space. And I keep, it's crazy because I keep forgetting that I'm in menopause. And then I keep getting reminded, like, Kim, you're in menopause. And then I keep saying to myself, like, okay, but that's not an excuse or a reason. So what it is I have to acknowledge it though. So men with, masculine energy, honestly, like, good for you. Because the feminine energy over here, our bodies go through a lot. They go through a lot. They go through a lot of phases and stages. I'm fascinated by menopause. Like the way, like when you sweat during menopause, it's not like sweat when you exercise. It's like this different kind of sweat. And then what's wild the one time, like I could literally feel it coming out of each pore, which has never happened to me. It was wild. Like I could literally feel the pores on my face, and I felt like a faucet. Like I felt like something just turned me on, and the water was just coming out of me as if I were a faucet. It was the fucking craziest, wildest. It only happened once. The sweat that comes out, it just comes out. But the one time it was like each pore was like this open faucet. It was fucking wild. But oh, you have them at night, Maria? Mine is now coming during the day too. So acknowledging, hey, I am going through a phase. And through this phase, Kim, from what other people have said they've experienced, you're going to be a little bit angrier. You're going to be a little bit more annoyed. And obviously, if you think about it, it's because of the lack of sleep. You no longer sleep peacefully because you're up sweating all night. You are no longer living peacefully because as happy as you are, and out of nowhere, you're going to start to sweat. And now your clothes are all soaked, leaving you uncomfortable, right? So these things are going to affect my mood. So that's why I said always acknowledge, okay, I'm acknowledging the fact that this is happening. So when I'm triggered by something, I have to take an extra long pause. Am I truly, and this is me personally, am I truly triggered by what's happening? Or am I just being a moody fucking bitch right now? Is this moody fucking bitch? Or is this something I need to dig deeper with? You know? Because it's like I get, it's what heat is like the internet. Yes, that is so crazy. I love the heat. When I lived in California, I was the weirdo that would sit in my car and just bask in that heat for a couple seconds before I rolled down my window. I like heat too. I'm like a lizard. When I did my past life report, not my Akashic, my soul report, I am Palladian, but there is a a draconian. If you guys don't know what draconian is, draconian, that's where some of your souls have originated from. So you are, bye Rebecca, I'll see you on Monday. So you are like a lizard. Like you need that hot weather. Do you know what I mean? Like you are like you're like a reptilian. You're like a yeah, draconian. That's like where so your features, your soul's natural whatever is like that. So all right, guys, I'm going to give me 1 second, TikTok. I'm going to jump off of here and we're going to continue that over there. All right, everybody's jumping off. So, Melinda and Christine, you don't have to, yeah, I don't have to suffer for the sweats. And that's the thing too. Like, and I don't feel like I'm suffering though either. And that's exactly why I haven't, and I know that there's lots of like natural supplements, but that's the thing too. I'm really kind of letting my body do her thing naturally. Like if I want to if I take anything, it's going to be like natural like teas or but I don't really care to take any supplements that a gynecologist is going to prescribe me. And I've had a lot of friends say, send me take this supplement and take this supplement, a lot of pills that they have suggested for me to take. And I'm like, when I was a cave woman and I was ooga boogieing out there for centuries before modern medicine came and introduced all these things, we didn't take them. So I'm just, for now, because like I said, again, also we evolve. So take the advantages of the modern medicine of the Western and the Eastern, right? Oh, none of that stuff worked for you, Maria. Okay, so good. And that's why I said it might not work, you know? So that's why I was like, fevers are natural. I definitely do not think that Reiki, I Reiki everything. I literally like you want to talk about Tylenol, acetaminophen, because I went to college and I can pronounce those words. Um, I went on vacation 2 years ago and I got knocked by a boogie board really fucking hard. It definitely ripped something in my knee. Um, I didn't even take Tylenol until the next day. I didn't even think, oh my God, I'm in a lot of pain. Take Tylenol because I Reiki everything. I Reiki everything. But that was the first like injury that I had had. It wasn't like something that was happening, and it was something that was happening spiritually. I was being a fucking bitch. So the my guides, and I'm not saying people deserve things that happen to them. I'm saying me. That's what happened to me. I was being a little fucking brat, and my guides were like, enough, and they took me out with the fucking boogie board. Didn't even think to take Tylenol till the next day. I was in so much pain. And my husband was like, why don't you take some Tylenol? And I was like, yeah, that might help. Because I Reiki everything. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't, oh, that's okay. Oh, lemon water, fruit, lemon, and oh my God, lemon water. You know what's so crazy, Christine? I literally, and you want to talk about listening to your intuition? I didn't know that. I went and got lemon. I literally went and I have chopped up lemons in my fridge right now because my intuition was like, start drinking lemon water every morning, Kim, just because I needed it. Didn't even know that helped for menopause. That's probably why they were like really encouraging me to do that. And talking about sweat, you could see, can you see me? I'm sweating right now. I'm starting to shine. But I'm trying to do it naturally without the drugs. And that's so crazy that you just said lemon water, Christine, because that's actually one of the things that I started doing was lemon water, right? Um, that's your medicine. The pain, felt it in your stomach right now. Oh, Celtic stock, coriander. Yeah, and just going through it right me right now. My TikTok that I just posted yesterday, it was funny. It was Kris Jenner, and she's like, I am exhausted physically, mentally, spiritually. And it was like obviously being a joke, right? Cilantro for us Americans. Clove and cinnamon water. I do have clove and cinnamon. I use all that stuff for my spells. So I actually have all of that. You know what? I'm gonna make some tea with clove and cinnamon today. Thank you. Yes. Oh, prunes. I don't know if I can do prunes though. Yeah, I have some cloves. All that stuff I've used for spells. Cinnamon blowing in the first of the month for my door. Sometimes I put it in coffee, but I've never done it. Like if they do it, I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or tea. But I like that. Oh, stop the coffee. I need to stop the coffee. My guides keep saying, drink tea, Kim. Drink tea. Stop the coffee. Drink tea. And I definitely slowed down. I usually buy the big thing of coffee, and I actually bought the small one. And I told Todd, I was like, after that's done, I'm done with coffee. So that I actually was already on that plan as well. Um, I have sage. I just plucked a bunch of sage because I'm doing an event on Saturday. I'm doing a bonfire. We're going to be releasing stuff, and I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff in the bonfire. So I have my sage that I grow, lavender. We're gonna do all of that good stuff and we're gonna make s'mores and we're just gonna talk about what we want to release. And I'm gonna give intuitive readings. I am gonna make sage tea. It's funny because my sage and my lavender, I was asking somebody, like, how do you wash it to make the tea? And they were like, Kim, it's from your own garden. You didn't spray any pesticides. It's like, just pluck it and drink it. And my mind can't get past that. Lettuce, carrots, the tomatoes that I grew. I don't grow lettuce, but I grew tomatoes. I pluck it and I washed them off and I eat them. For some reason, I'm having a block with the herbs, with the lavender and the sage. I don't know why I can't just wash it and then make tea from it. My mind is like, You can't eat that. You can only use that for spells. It was outside. I don't know why. It's so weird. So I gotta have to like I'm gonna have to like remove that block, right? Exactly. Like the fuck. Like lettuce, all the peppers, everything that I eat grew from a garden, just like my lavender, just like my sage. Right? It's crazy how our minds are, but but for some reason I'm like I can't make tea from that. That's from outside. But I ate the tomatoes that I grew. I just rinsed it off and ate it. And then somebody made a good point though. They're like, it's your garden. There's no pesticides. If anything, it's like ready to go. It's like perfect. And I'm like, oh yeah. So maybe I'll pluck some lavender and sage today and I'm gonna drink it in a tea and I'll let you guys know how it went on Monday. But I love it. I my favorite thing is to get the lavender and then pluck it all and then put it in my jars for my spell because your fingers, they smell like lavender. They don't smell like lavender now, but yeah. So lemon water, I'll do all that. And yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna chop over to the Tiki Talk. I'll see you guys Monday. I love you.